Hey, you guys, it is September 17th, 2025, and you are here with, I almost said the hit list, but you're here with the conversation. We have a very brief, truncated show for you tonight. We have a cast meeting. We have to take care of some things, and we have some other people who have lives, and so we have a short cast and a short show for you tonight. But we are going to touch on the thing of the things and some of the most important things going on in the country. How is everyone
Oh,
tonight?
we good, baby.
Wonderful.
Yes. I'm not gonna go jump to each person and ask them how their weekend was, but I just want to make sure all minds are clear and everyone's doing good in their respective cities.
It felt like you might do a benediction.
All hearts and minds clear. That was good.
Well, I did grow up in the church, but no. So let's jump right into the thing of the things. First off, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. We have to say this now because of the rights that are getting taken away every day from broadcasters and talk show hosts and everything. We're living in strange times, so we got to protect ourselves. Before we get into that, I wanted to say, and I want to say congratulations to my mom. She was out at the Emmys this last weekend doing her thing. I was so proud of her.
Yes, she
To be
was.
with her, but I was here sick, laid in bed. She was just mingling, and look at her.
Oh, girl.
They were just doing the thing. That was at a luncheon, pre-Emmys luncheon they were at. And so I just want to say I'm proud of you, Mom. Keep doing your thing, and I'm rooting for you. Yes. So yeah, thank you for all the likes and the comments we got on those pictures as well. So let's jump into breaking news. I just saw it when I was in the Uber ride home. I didn't get a chance to upload the video and everything, but Jimmy Kimmel Live pulled by ABC indefinitely after host comments about Charlie Kirk. Now, you guys, I didn't want to get into Charlie Kirk again this week. I just didn't. I tried to stay far away from it for this show. I said what I had to say. This weekend, I was busy online, going back and forth with people, but I wasn't going to bring it into the week. But it looks like it's brought itself back into the week. So first off, Darius, I'm going to jump to you because you have the quote of what he said. What did he? Can you quote what he said for us real quick?
We know that Jimmy Kimmel traditionally does a opening monologue to all his shows, and so on his Monday night show, I'm going to read it verbatim what he said. Quote Jimmy Kimmel. He says, "The MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points from it." Kimmel said. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving, he added. So we know who controls the federal government. We know who controls the Federal Communications Commission, or more commonly, the FCC. And so the FCC went down the street and knocked on Miss ABC door and said, Mother ABC, can I see you outside?
Yeah.
Got a problem with your employee.
It really is unfortunate, and I worry for where the future of The View. I worry for the future of more CNN shows. They can say whatever they want over on Fox News, and that's okay. But I just worry about some of the shows that some of us left leaning, like Michael. What do you have to say about this?
My first thought was, what a savvy move, right? Colbert just got canceled. He's probably next to go. Why not go out with the blaze? Why not say what's on your mind and say how you feel if you know you're going to lose your job regardless of expressing your opinion? I feel like this was something that he knew what would happen. It was on his own terms, and I respect people who do that. Fair or unfair, who am I to say? But I don't know that the show was kind of long on the network regardless of what he did.
Shaq?
I think most liberal meaning people are currently at a huge disadvantage because if you are going to be yourself, if your show is going to be who you are and what you represent, then you are going to have to speak against conservative things, right? And conservative policies. And right now, they're on a rampage. And so I think that in a situation like that, there is really no win. I mean, if you stay online, how much do you have to silence yourself? How much do you have to neuter your own voice in order to stay on? Right. And so it's a thing where if they're going to stick around, they're going to have to be watered down and maybe keep their real thoughts to themselves, and that's inauthentic, and that isn't what makes for good TV, and that isn't what your fans tune in to hear. So given the state of things, I think I'm with Michael. If you're gonna go out with a bang, because you're gonna go out if you're gonna stay on the air. The conservative audiences that don't usually take you in aren't going to start now, so you've got to talk to your people. And we're sitting there like, now we know good and dang well you have something to say. It's just there's no win. So all you can do is maybe just control your outing. And so I guess that's what he did. And fortunately for him, I'm sure he's maybe more prepared to weather this storm than the rest of us. Because,
Yeah. And, me and Darius were talking before we went live.
Okay, it was my job.
And Darius is saying, like, a lot of people. Darius, what were you telling me about the people who are going?
The thing is, there's a surge in independent media. We've seen where some of our favorite journalists, Don Lemon, Jordan Reed, to name a few, have gone independent, and they are building tremendous audiences. Jordan Reed has over 1 million followers on her YouTube channel. Don Lemon has a large following. What is happening is because of these networks now, they're censoring what you can say. So these people are just going out on their own and creating their own platforms, and you have a lot of people now that are getting their news from independent sources rather than watching traditional, network TV.
I'm not hearing Shaq.
Yeah, I'm not hearing Shaq.
Sorry, Shaq, you weren't heard first. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think with all things in terms of media, independent is always the way to go, right? It's like you can have $1 million I liken it to like music artists, right? You can have $1 million deal and you bring home 20K, but if you sell 50,000 CDs out the back of your trunk, you do really well for yourself, So I think the downside of big networks and stuff is that it comes with all the bloat that comes with them. I mean, if Don Lemon can get on YouTube and get 50,000 really committed subscribers, man, he's going to do far better for himself. So if you can afford to go independent, that's the way to go.
I was telling Darius, it just sucks that sometimes having that big machine behind you is a lot less gray hair for you. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying. You got everyone
right now. The big machine is not going to power anything.
You're right.
Outside of the conservative stratosphere, it's just not going to happen.
True.
Yeah, Dina, do you have anything to say about this?
I mean, basically just that, freedom of speech is not so free anymore. And I know a lot of people, I mean, it was trending a couple of days ago. A lot of people lost their jobs because of their comments regarding this situation. I'm not entitled to have an opinion, apparently, if I work in a corporate field. So freedom of speech is just not so free anymore. You have to be mindful of that. I mean, clearly, Charlie Kirk. I mean, it wasn't so free.
Yeah.
I saw this meme before we would seg out of it. I saw this meme, and it talked about how, it's interesting to see how this outpour, not just anger regarding him and don't talk bad about him and how passionate they are and how quickly the consequences are coming in. And we've literally been watching children get gunned down, right? Like our children are dying in schools, and we've got kids dying in movie theaters. And so when you really think about how all of these huge tragedies have been happening and they've become just like yesterday's news, But then this one centralized figure has like just blown the world open, and it's just like we don't even have this level of talk or discourse or anger or anything about dying babies.
Yeah,
But
you're right.
and it's interesting to see what's playing out. It looks more political than real. It looks like really, really good political theater. But I got kids, so
Yeah. Well,
I need my.
I wish all the best to Jimmy Kimmel. I don't know him
Yeah.
personally, but he seems like a good guy. We
Think he
will
gonna be
follow
all right.
you, whatever you do, Jimmy. You'll have our support.
They said he's not fired because either way they still gonna have to pay him.
Yeah, but
Jimmy, all right.
but yeah, they can. Yeah.
But
Anyways, so before I could wipe the crust out of my eye this morning, I turn on CBS and I see Cardi B talking to Gayle King about the rollout of her new album. Many have been speculating if she is expecting, if she's with child, and let's watch this clip.
I just was like, can I just say it on my own time? Like, I'm not hiding.
Yeah, on my own time.
Like on my own time. Yeah, it's like on my own terms. Let me close some deals first. You know what I'm saying? Let me close some deals first. And it's like, you know what? You don't really want to say right away that you're pregnant. Like, it's like, let me see a couple of more sonograms. Let my baby be healthy. And you know what's so crazy? I haven't till today. Matter of fact, I have to tell them this week before this interview come out. I haven't even told my parents.
No way, Cardi.
I haven't told my parents. They just be looking at me like,
Cardi. Wait. Back up. Why haven't you told them?
Because I'm scared of them. I'm very scared of my parents.
You're scared of your parents?
I'm very scared of my parents.
Do they like Stefan? Do they like him?
Yes, they like him.
They like him.
They do like him. They do like him.
So, she's pregnant by her boyfriend, Stefan Diggs, who is a mighty fine piece, if I might say so myself. But Offset is not bad either. But she's pregnant by Stefan Diggs. So the question I posed to the panel tonight, is it a good look to not officially be divorced, but pregnant with child by another man? I mean, we live in 2025 and, people live different lives, not like it used to be in 1983 or 1973. People are doing things different these days. So let me jump to the panto. Natasha, your face, what are you looking like? What do you think? What are your, do you have any comments about, the question, what do you think about her not being officially divorced from Offset before she is with child?
That's too much activity for me. That's too much activity. That's too much to keep up with. Your child, your last child from your marriage is barely a year. And then you are pregnant by another man. And you are not even divorced from your husband yet. And they are, I can't even really tell you when her and Offset were completely done before Stefan came in the picture. So that's just a lot of bodies, a lot of DNA, a lot mixing. That's just
a lot.
Too much.
And Stefan, and then he got like about 2-3 other little babies right now, don't he? Because he got.
Okay, but let me tell you. Somebody in the comments said men do it to women all the time.
They do, and it's disgusting. It's equally disgusting. I know people. I know people that have a situation. I have an Irish twin sister who's like 8-9 months younger than me. So
yeah, we don't clown Nick Cannon to the gods.
Yeah, we clown Nick Cannon to death. So it's Cardi B's turn. It's to me, and I know that her womb is none of my business. I have only been pregnant one time in my life, and that's with my beautiful child, and that is by my husband. So listen, I'm not saying everybody had to do it like me, but all I'm saying is that's just a lot of people to have in your permanent life party, because the thing is, these kids don't go away, these men don't go away. You are just constantly inviting people into your life party that you got to deal with for the rest of your life. They don't go away. That's just too much.
Offset posted on Twitter earlier Divorce ain't even finalized. You popping out another man kid.
My
You
God.
in
He
time
was
out.
just waiting to have a one up on her
My
because he done had all these girls that he was cheating on her with. So I mean, yeah, kudos to him. He finally get one up, I guess. But no, it's too much.
Dina,
Was it a one up or is he butt hurt?
I mean,
Both.
for me, I'm very concerned about her pH balance with all of this. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. I'm very concerned. You know what I mean? It's only but so much that, douching and all of these things are going to take care of. You have to be careful. You have to be careful nowadays. And it's not just HIV or AIDS or any of that. You know what I mean? But I mean, a bacterial infection is easy to get. And it's just
y'all, I've had it already with y'all tonight.
it's highly
It's
concerning.
it's just
Highly.
a buffet of DNA.
It's
It's
a
just
lot.
I'm gonna
it's a
jump to
lot.
Michael real quick. Michael, what do you?
Okay, so I'm going to take the other side of this one. I don't sit in judgment here. You know, a man does it all the time, this or that. But honestly, I like Cardi, right? This is why people love her. She's very relatable. Haven't you all ever been in love? As if it has good timing, right? So, it's like it's magic in a bottle. She's clearly into this guy. You don't always have to think about the future when you make big
You don't always
choices.
have to have a baby with who you're in love with
I mean,
either.
that's one thing. You can have sex and
optional.
not have a baby,
It's
my guy.
optional. Just
Listen,
You can
saying.
have sex and not have a baby. And
Just saying. Speaking on behalf of the
Let him
straight,
finish.
you
Let him
don't have
finish.
to have a baby every time you have sex and every time
Okay,
you have a
let
different
him finish.
partner.
Go ahead, Michael.
all I'm saying is sometimes when you know, and the timing of that can be terrible. Speaking from personal experience, a lot of people I know, if this is that for her, I'm very happy for her. She seemed very happy. And listen, I mean, it's relatable. This is the type of situation that people often get into, like it or not.
Shaq.
I'm still stuck on the pH balance.
Me
Like, girl,
too.
this thing with Cardi and her, the horrible marriage that went so poorly for her, that she found somebody and had a good time. My first mind says she didn't mean to get pregnant. Shit just happens. And so I think that you either are going to be sad about it or you're going to be glad about it. And I think that if you can afford it and you are well connected and you are still relatively young and building your family and you can afford your family, I think you don't immediately go to terminate. And so I think life just happens, which is to Michael's point, right? That this is really relatable. Whoops. You know what I'm saying? Good for her that she can survive it, because these are the type of things that are devastating for regular folks, and then for her, it's just, fun interviews, and I'm scared to tell my parents. And, for us, it could be, okay, what are we really going to do? And what does this mean? And can this man help? And so I think that for Cardi, for better or for worse, it's a good thing. I think the only thing about this that really truly weighs on my mind is that I'm very cognizant that this situation for Cardi it would not look the same if it was for Megan Thee Stallion. And that is the only thing that kind of plays out on my mind from time to time when I see stuff like this, about how some people of color have a little bit more leeway than others. And
yeah, I
and Cardi does, as a person of color, and what's the word I'm looking for? It's not coming to mind, but let's just say, there is a very split coalition about, is this a black woman or not? This is not, in my opinion, but this is a woman of color. But what I will say is that I think that if this was Megan, I think if this was Nikki, I think if this was Little Kim, I think we wouldn't actually be having fun sound bites. I think that they would be getting ripped to shreds. And so I think that some women of color have a little bit more freedom than others. And that is the only thing that's really played on my mind about it, because I feel like at the end of the day, Cardi can afford it no matter what, so she's going to be all right. But it stings a little. It stings a little to be able to watch certain women of color be able to do things that a black chick just couldn't do, man, because I think there would be think tanks right now if it was Megan Thee Stallion. You know what I mean? And instead, we mostly just laughing and we're like, "Oh, girl." So
yeah,
Well,
whatever.
I am concerned about the implication that You know what I mean? For a person who is a regular person, that we then take light and we become reckless with our bodies, and we do things that have fruit that remains, which is a child. That is concerning to me. You know what I mean? One, you don't have, when you have sex, you don't have to have a baby. That's number one. Okay. And then, it's concerning that, I mean, if that's what you want to do, you know, that's what you want to do. But just the implication to the young ladies who are looking up to her and who do
Most definitely.
aspire to be like her, that you think this is like the thing to do.
But you got to be careful with that conversation, right? Because as celebrities are now saying, hey, I get to live my life. You need to raise your kids, not me.
This is true.
Let's look at these comments. Melanie, who's not on tonight, she will be on pretty soon. Says, I agree with Michael. Okay, and she's a black.
How come we can't highlight more comments like that? I mean, come on. Yeah, I miss you, Melanie. Come back.
So I'm going to be very particular with my comments, because this could go either way. One, it's 2025, and Cardi B is a woman of means. She has access to preventative measures that can be taken. So I don't know if this was an intentional act to birth another life, or if this would just happen in the moment. If you all recall, a couple of weeks ago, a guy asked her the question outside the courthouse. That's actually my brother did not, who asked her that question, that she threw the pen at him in response to asking her who the father of the baby was if it was Offset, if it was Stefan.
Is he suing?
Look, he's got more off the engagement, off the views and everything. So I just feel like, one, I'm trying not to be judgmental, because my parents were not married when I was conceived. Many folks, their parents were not married when they were conceived. Now, what I don't believe is, and I'm trying to say this without appearing judgmental, I don't believe my mama or my daddy was married to anybody else. So I do think sometimes before you open one door, you need to officially close the other. And because she is a public figure, there's got to be more scrutiny into her life. Now, I do think even public figures are entitled to privacy.
Yes.
But because they are public figures, you can expect that people are going to be more, they're going to be more, what's the right word? They're going to
scrutinize.
They're going to be more critical of your life because you are a public figure and into your lives. And so I just think that it would have been, I don't think this was the right time for her to conceive another child. And definitely I would have think it would have been better for her had she legally been out of her marriage. And because then I heard somebody mention earlier, I don't see her as a role model for anybody. I don't think anybody should. I hope there's not any young impressionable girls out there saying I want to be like Cardi B. Because that ain't it. They need to be like Dina. They need to be like Natasha. They need to be like Shaq.
Am I the only one that is not like judging the situation?
I'm trying. Yeah, I was trying not to judge. I was trying to be. I was really trying to say what I wanted to say and not appear.
Regardless of what we say, let me end it here. We congratulate her and we wish her the healthiest baby, and we shall see with this situation. I was about to jump to a different subject anyway. I wanted to let Darius get out what he had to say. So this next docket item really it kind of shook me to my core when I got when I saw it the other day. I was like, wait, am I reading this right? The body of Troy Reed from Delta University student Troy Reed was found hanging. That again, was found hanging from a tree. We don't have all of the evidence yet. There has been, I know the The family has hired what am I trying to say? The family has hired a independent autopsy, and they have hired civil rights attorney Ben Crump to be on the case. We don't have much information yet, so we don't know. All I know is Black men are not lynching themselves.
Period.
25, but we have a. I'm not going to read this. We have the whole thing, a statement from the university today. We remain heartbroken at the loss of our student, Trey Reed. Last night, hundreds of students gathered on campus for a prayer vigil in honor of the life. We'll continue to hold each other close in the days ahead. Our focus remains on supporting Trey's family, his friends, and the Delta State community as we continue to grieve this loss together. I don't know what to say. I do know I was reading a report that already inconsistencies are coming in. The initial police call said they had found him in his room unalived. You guys make sure you say the word unalived. And but they're saying they said they had found him in the tree. So there's some inconsistencies already. Darius.
We have this situation, and then there was another young man. I can't think of his name. He was older than Trey was. Also in Mississippi. Well, he was also, his body was also found hanging from a tree. So I do not think that, I agree with you, Ashley. We are not hanging ourselves. Black men are not hanging themselves. And if people should understand why this really bothers us, our history in this country, they should understand why it bothers us. And I do think that they're saying at the moment there's no evidence of foul play, but something in the milk ain't clean. And this needs to get the same kind of attention as the Charlie Kirk situation. The school shootings need to get the same level of attention because there's something not right here.
I'm gonna jump to Dina, then Shaq, and then the rest of us.
I mean, I don't really have much to say other than we have never hung ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Not just in 2025, we never did it. We never hung ourselves. So it's definitely, I need an explanation that makes sense. I need an explanation that makes sense. And suicide is not it.
Okay, Shaq.
I'm praying for the family. There is enough trauma in the world as a person of color, as a Black woman, the world is just full of traumas. This is just really disturbing. It's painful. It harkens back to a lifetime of learning about our history, and it's like everyone says, we don't really hang ourselves, and like truly, it's hard to do. I don't know how a person how you pull that off, hanging yourself from a tree. So I'm praying for the family, and I would hope that we'll learn more, and I feel like we won't. So
Okay, Michael.
So in my day job, a lot of the work that I do is to protect and preserve Indigenous human and civil rights. And so there's a lot about this situation that I can relate to through a slightly different lens. I am very thankful that the family has got an outside autopsy, and it seems like a good attorney advisor to guide them. In situations like this, in my experience, justice is often not blind. And so I hope that the truth of whatever happened does come out, and I feel so bad for the family. These are devastating losses.
Yeah.
Natasha.
Pretty much echoing what everybody else has said. Black people are not known to hang themselves. We just don't. If we are going to unalive ourselves, we go by it by different means, never by hanging. Um, I've been seeing things that there were broken limbs beforehand and all of that stuff. So I know all of that will come out in the independent investigation and autopsy. But unfortunately, just like so many other Black people that have been unalived and they have just deemed it um, done by self, we know that there were other people involved in those unalivings. And I hope that his doesn't get caught up in that pile, but we also know that history tends to repeat itself. And it's unfortunate that we almost come to expect it.
Yeah.
But I really do hope that we actually do get the truth and that him and his family are able to get justice.
Um, yeah. To finish everything up, I'm gonna wait. I want to hear some evidence that comes out. Um, I want to I want to hear what Ben Crump has to say. I want to hear what the university has to say. And lastly, I'm not expecting it. I want to hear what our president has to say.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I'm gonna wait and reserve what I have to say until we hear some more information. So let's we are praying for his family, and we wish sending you all of our love and our best. So let's pop on to the yellow brick road, a different path. Um, on Franklin. Many of you may not know him, but you do know his dad, who is Kurt Franklin,
Mhm.
gospel extraordinaire, songwriter. On has recently thrust into fame. He was on Zeus's Bad Boys. It's like a take on baddies, where all they do is fight for an hour. He was recently on the first season of Bad Boys on Zeus, and we did not know until he was on that show that him and his father had such a what's the word I'm looking for?
Tumultuous.
A
Tumultuous for sure.
relationship.
Mhm.
He went on Instagram the last couple of days, and they've been going back and forth for the last couple of years. And it seemed like all was well, but you guys know in family is never all families aren't monoliths.
Mhm.
He posted on Instagram some scars that he has, and he says these scars all over my back are not sex stories. He confessed in his Instagram caption. It breaks my heart all over again when people ask, because I wish that was the case. Pain is the only feeling that's familiar for me, but whatevs. And for the record, these scars are symbols. They're really signs of many secrets that I keep bottled up since I was a baby, being beat black and blue since first grade. I walk with war and betrayal in my posture, so FUCK around and find out who's with the shits forever. End quote. I'm not a master in Ebonics, so I couldn't follow all of that. In street slang, I couldn't follow where he was going. But it seems like he wanted to get something off his chest and to let people know that those scars were from, either his mom or his dad. And so let's talk about it. Natasha.
Okay. I believe that there is some validity to what he's saying. I am nobody's medical examiner or anything like that, but those scars did not look old. And that just kind of lends itself to how valid is the story then. Those don't look like 30-plus-year-old scars. Those look fairly new. And I'm not saying that what he's saying is not true, because there's definitely been a lot of history with him and his father that have come out over the years. They've falling out publicly. So I'm not saying that what he's saying is completely a lie, but I'm just very confused by the story because those scars don't look like scars that were 30 plus years ago.
Hmm.
Okay, Darius.
So I really wonder about the motive behind posting this. We know that they had him and his dad have had a very rocky relationship, and my last understanding was that they were working on kind of rebuilding that they had made some headway or were making some headway. I know that doesn't fix everything that may have happened. So I'm wondering what now prompted him to post this, because he had to know posting this was going to generate a lot of buzz. And is this an attempt to hurt his dad? Or what does he want from this situation? Because there are some, I think if you're going to go public with some things, you have to what is your motive and what do you want from this situation?
Dina.
I mean, that would be what I would have to say. What is the context behind this? Because other than that, it just seems divisive. I'm trying to understand. You know what I mean? I don't deny his story and what has brought him to this point. As Natasha said, which I hadn't even thought about, they do look a little fresh. They do look a little. They look a little fresh, so that's a little concerning. What's going on? What happened? But I want to know why. Like, what was the purpose? You know what I mean for posting about this? And then what wears me down to the ground, right, is why post and not give full context. What you know what I mean? If you're gonna post, you clearly posted for attention. Let's just keep it real. If you're going to post, can we get the whole story, please? Because unless you're trying to take us on a journey, because other than that, I'm miss me with it.
No, take us on.
Give me the full context, or take it down. Take it down now, because what was the point?
Before I jump to Shaq, I want to ask Dina this question because you are a gospel songstress. Does this hurt Kurt's career at all?
Not him. It would hurt somebody else's career, but for him, I feel like he has arisen to a place in his career that he's kind of above that, unless they say he's like raping someone or doing something like that, beating your kids, things of that nature. He's grown. Beat him back.
So the black church will stand behind Kirk in this.
Yeah, I mean, they'll just ignore it. They won't stand behind him. They won't sanction him, but they'll just ignore it. They'll just act like they don't see it, like they do with a lot of other things. Okay. So,
sorry.
What you say?
No, I said Shaq, but I'm sorry, you were still thinking.
Yeah, they'll just ignore it. They'll just ignore it and continue music.
For me, I saw it a little different. Over the years, we've seen him on reality shows. We've seen him in different instances. I think there was a time where Kirk actually, in the early days when he first started up with this, Kirk kind of had to answer to it because it was so shocking. And I remember during that time when Kirk was defending himself and talking about his own thing, there were moments where it was just very clear to me, not what Kirk was saying, but what he wasn't saying. Mm-hmm. And so what I've taken from this is that this boy hasn't been entirely lying, right? Kirk was not for everything he was saying, but Kirk also wasn't getting up in there saying we were fantastic parents and this boy is crazy. Kirk was kind of like, people make mistakes. And so, what I took from it during that time when I first heard the boy talk was that this boy has issues. And so now when we fast forward now to this, and I'm looking and I'm like, this boy still has issues. And for me, the first thing I thought, I didn't look at the age of the scars or any of that. I just thought, man, this man is really hurting. And I thought, man, they really dropped the ball on him. And now he's really dropped it on himself. And so what I see is someone who really needs help and who's really hurting and is often crying out. And whether you're crying out for attention or whether you're lying, cries are cries, pleas are pleas.
Yeah.
whether they're deserved or not, whether whether what you're saying is true or not, whether how you're going about it is wrong, whether you're hurting someone or you're telling lies, or they're pleas. And so I think that this young man is to me very sad. It's sad for me to see him like that, and for him to have the type of parents he has, because even if Kirk wasn't interested in him, he would perform. He would be performative. So there's something in it for you if you want some help, right? Because of the world your father inhabits. This is good TV to take that boy to rehab and help him. And so at the worst scenario here, I think that there's a way for him to get some help, and maybe he doesn't want it. I don't know. I can't speak on him. But for me, overall, I think that it is sad. And it always brings me back to what I say about the importance of mental health. And you hate to see it. I hate to see it all these years later, for him to be consistently something's wrong. Is it drugs? Is it mental? Is he not okay? Has he not forgiven them? Do we not have the full story? All of it's just really sad to me.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for the kid, man. I hope that he gets right one way or another.
I blame it on Gutter.
What'd you say, Diz?
I blame it on Gutter.
Okay. Thanks for that perspective, Shaq. Michael, what do you have to say?
I knew Gutter was from season 1 of Bad Boys. Y'all know that little queen from Atlanta, Gutter.
Oh, I remember.
It's all okay. It's Gutter fault.
It's
Gutter
Gutter's
we tried to get with Carry On. He brought it out.
You see what I'm saying? All these years, like, something wrong with this baby.
Michael, go ahead.
Man. So I largely agree with what Shaq said, and I'll add, in my experience, folks are suspicious. Why now? What is he looking to get out of it? I would say, in my experience, folks who experienced abuse of any type as a child, it's kind of like something you keep bottled up. And most people, they'll hit a breaking point whenever it is. And this is kind of what it looks like, right? It's very messy. All of their emotions about it, all their feelings about it kind of come out all at once.
And it's usually later.
Yeah.
We need to talk about that. They're not going to come out with it when they're 16. It's going to come out when you're in your mid-30s and you're taking care of yourself and you're maybe finally able to process some of the crap that's happened to you. It's not going to come out when it should. It comes out at the worst moment.
Exactly.
Well, we're sending our prayers to both that whole entire family. We want God to have
this
and
fix it,
restore. All right, so we're gonna jump. We have about 15 minutes left, so we're gonna jump to my favorite part of the show, which is Fashion Files. I had a bunch of looks for you guys tonight, but we can't do them all, so I'm gonna try to get through the ones quickly I do have. So are we ready? Are we ready to change gears a little bit?
Well, this was terrible.
First look we have is, come on, baby, Tiana Taylor and Uden Wang.
She always delivers. Hello.
This was at New York. All these looks are from New York Fashion Week. She brought it with this. This is yes. Michael, yeah.
It's a yay. Personally, I don't love this color on anyone for anything, but I think the fit is impeccable.
Shaq?
I'm saying yes and lesbian.
Darius?
I personally do not care for the color, but it's a yay. Otherwise,
Natasha,
she looks good. The facelift wrap is just throwing me a little bit, but she looks good.
I'll wrap it for her.
Okay, Dina.
I think it's amazing.
Yeah, 10s across the board for me too. All right, moving on. We have my girl Nene Leak. She hosts the after show, and Michael Costello. Michael, yay or nay?
So I actually watched a video of this one walking. I've never seen her look so good. This is perfection.
All right, Shaq.
I just feel like it's all about me tonight. It's giving guilt. It's giving guilt. That's yes. You don't know. That's yes.
Okay, Darius.
I dream of Nene.
Yeah, most definitely. Natasha.
She looks really good here. This is probably one of her better looks lately.
Okay. Dina?
Yep, dope.
All right, moving on. We have Doja Cat. No, this is not Doja Cat. This is Lotto at the Luar Fashion Show in New York. Michael, yay or nay?
Nay.
All right, Shaq.
It surprised me because she looked like she's really trying and she's trying to get into something different. Instead of that whole ATL rapper stuff. So I mean, I don't know that I get it. But I like it. But maybe without the stockings or the pants or whatever them are, that would be better. But yeah, I'm gonna go with it.
All right, Darius.
I'm gonna go with it.
I like this on her. Her skin tone and complexion. It looks very. It looks good with what she's wearing. She looks good.
Okay, Natasha.
I don't hate it completely. It's kind of cute.
Okay, Dina.
I like the jacket alone. I like the tights alone. I don't like the shoes. But the jacket, fire, but not all together. And I love leopard print, but no, not all together.
Okay. We have Lauryn Hill in Kid Super at the Kid Super Couture show. Michael, yay or nay?
In 2 years, you'll see collections that look like this look. Yay.
Yeah, I love it too. Shaq.
I just feel like she always look like she let her grandkids dress her. You know, like that cute little 4-year-old who pick your outfit and you like, I'm gonna wear this for you, baby. That's how she be looking to me. But it's a nah. No.
Okay, Darius.
What's happening?
I just felt like I don't like it. Was she high when she chose this? I mean, was she in the clouds?
Why she always look like she putting out an album, but she never put one out?
That's some good stuff she's smoking. That's all I can say. But no,
all right, Natasha.
It's like she put all the clothes on in her closet and said, "This will work," and that was that.
That makes sense, Grandma.
She put all the clothes on, everything.
All right, Dina.
I like the jacket and the pants, but everything else is just kind of like thrown up on her. And I no.
I can't even distinguish the
cold.
jacket and the pants.
Okay.
She be cold. You
They
know,
look like great grandma curtains.
You know how like when people be cold, they be layering all the time.
You know, no, Fashion Week is all about putting on everything the designer has. He wants to show off his entire collection.
That's what she did.
So they are
mission
layering
accomplished.
Riddle me
Mission
this. Do you
accomplished.
guys know,
you all
this is-
see in the shirt, the undershirt, there's a face. The red.
Yep.
That's a face. I mean, this thing is art. This is beautiful.
I was over here thinking she had the low iron, but okay.
Oh my God. You know, Kid Super does a lot of stuff like this. And you know, he was Louis Vuitton's second choice after Pharrell to head their menswear line. So he knows what he's doing with color and fit and all of that. We just don't understand it, but he knows what he's doing. Let's move on. We had Beyonce, the Queen, and Roberto Cavalli, vintage. You know, she hardly goes out to these events. So, and she never gets photographed at the event. She's always photographed in her home in front of a well-lit background. Michael, what do you think? Yay or nay?
I think you can't go wrong with vintage Cavalli. Yay.
All right. Shaq, yay or nay?
I think you can't go wrong with Beyonce. So I'm
Okay. Darius?
You want to rumble with the beat? Go ahead, tell your whole family. Yes.
All right, Natasha.
She looks good here. You think she got a whole photo studio then in her house?
We know she does.
You know what? That makes sense. That makes sense.
You
Yeah,
never
she looks good here.
You hardly ever see her in the element getting photographed.
Nope.
Always.
Nope, you sure don't. That makes total sense because she's Beyonce. She gonna make sure she get that perfect shot every time. So yeah. But yeah, she look good here.
Dina, what do you think?
She ate. She ate. This jacket is everything. Oh my God.
Yeah, I would like to feel it. I bet it's not it doesn't look like it's a normal fabric. I don't
Is
know
that velvet?
But who said is that velvet?
Me? Is that velvet?
Okay, moving on. This was art to me. This is Kerry Washington. She's in Simha. And I just think this I just loved it. I love the way the light comes to the dress. I love everything of it. It's giving me very new school mahogany. You guys know when Diana Ross was in that white and
Yes.
what it's giving me. Michael, yay or nay?
Yeah, so I feel about this one the same as Lauryn Hill's. I mean, you're going to see this played over the next couple of years. It's impeccable.
Jack.
Baby, 2 snaps and a hand clap.
Okay, Darius.
Look at the silhouette of the legs.
I really don't like the see-through. I like the top half. I like the hat. I like the jacket. I'm not a fan of the see-through.
Okay. Natasha.
I love this. I really, really love this.
It's different.
It's very different. It's modern, yet classic, yet chic. Like, yeah, I love this.
Dina.
I mean, it's gorgeous. I mean, if you put a slip on under there, she looked like she ready for Wednesday at the convocation. She looks great.
Girl, what?
Moving on.
And a camisole right up at the top. Convocation ready. Okay, Kojic convocation ready.
Moving on. We have housewife of Miami, Kiki Birth. She's in Bronx and Banco. You guys know I love anything that looks like it comes from Studio 54. I love this. It's giving me Cher. It's giving me Halston 1978. It's giving me all of that. I love it. Michael, yay or nay?
Oh, I love turquoise. Yay.
Shaq?
I think she looked really pretty. It's a yes.
Darius?
She's beautiful, yes.
Natasha?
That color is everything on her skin. I love the whole look from head to toe.
Dina?
It's giving Easter Sunday morning. I really like it.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know how you turn in these church insults.
It looks like Easter. You know it looks like Easter.
Our last look. Okay, well, we have 2 more looks. I can't just throw both these looks away. We have J-Lo. I love it. I don't have the designer. I forgot who it is. I want to say it is Louis Vuitton, but don't quote me on that. Michael, yay or nay?
Yay to the coat, nay to the rest.
Okay, Shaq?
Yay to the fit, nay to the person. I don't think that's J-Lo. Are you sure that's J-Lo?
That's J-Lo. She's on her press tour for Kiss of the Spider Woman. That is her.
She looks like Sofia Vergara.
Nope, that's J-Lo. She on no Ozempic diet too.
This look like J Bo. You know, like, you sure? J Bo. Well, whoever this is, she looks great.
Yeah, I was so second. I was like, this J-Lo?
That's her. That's her.
I don't know.
Natasha?
I love the jacket. I don't like the silhouette of the jacket and the dress together, though. That is just throwing me. It's so ill-fitted together. I don't like it.
Okay, Dina.
It's fabulous. Oh my God. I want it. It's so fly.
I love
it. I love the silhouette of the bottom. Like, and I mean, I know I keep taking everything back to church, but I would wear it to church.
It's one of my favorite. It's my top 3 looks of the night. I love it.
You went into the gala.
And what?
And our last look, we have who we were talking about earlier, Cardi B. She's in Libertine. Michael, yay or nay?
Nay.
Okay, Shaq.
I like it. I tend to like Cardi when she dresses up. I think she does a good job. Whoever's working for her, she looks great. I like it.
Colin is worth getting that money, all that big money, and he's doing a great job.
Yeah, he be doing his thing. I think she'd be looking fire.
Darius.
I mean, she's beautiful. What color is that? Is that white?
It's not like a lavender. It didn't picture well.
Okay.
Because I like lavender.
I was about to say,
I would like the lavender color.
Yeah. Natasha.
Baby, she was making sure she was camouflaging them boobs and that belly. because that's all that's covered, and she giving us leg.
But the
it
ankles is
looks
telling us a story.
good. It is. It is.
Dina.
She looks amazing. I love she's giving us a good old juicy thigh. I like that. I think, you know what I mean? Because if it was like a stick coming from under there, I would probably be opposed. But it looks, real womanish. I like it. The ankle took me out though.
Natasha, did I
There's
forget
always a
to call
sign.
you?
No, because I said it was hiding her boobs and belly.
Oh yeah. All right, so
Mhm.
that's all the looks we can do tonight because we're on a time crunch. We have a meeting, you guys, but please join us back. We'll be in transition the next couple of weeks, and you will find out why later on. But we will be. Please stay with us. We're going to be giving you some. We're going to try to give you some kind of content every week, but the next couple of weeks. Because I'm dealing with something in my life, we're gonna be in transition. So stay with us. Please like the page. We're still doing that Sephora gift card. Go like our YouTube page and our new hit list Facebook page to get a chance to win that. And please like and share. It costs $0. We're not asking y'all for no money. I don't like asking people for money, and I'm not asking you for none right now. But just like us and share and subscribe. That's all we ask. But with that, we love you and peace. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Piece of hair grease.
Bye-bye.
Okay.